How quick did you kind of transition from the why me kind of feeling, I'm sure you felt it first, to looking ahead to what you have to do now?
Pretty much that night, I've always been a guy that's, let's figure out what's wrong, what needs to be corrected, and let's get after it. I mean, obviously I got in the locker room and pretty emotional when the doctors told me. You can pretty much tell right away when it's torn. So they did a little test, and yeah, it's torn, and obviously, like I said, got a little emotional. Parents came in there, coaches came in there, and pretty much about 20, 30 minutes later, we're just sitting there. I'm like, all right, what's the next step? They're like, I'll get an MRI, figure out when the day for surgery is going to be, and I'm like, let's start now. Let's go. Let's go get the MRI, and we went straight to the hospital. We were there pretty much till about 1:30 at night. Came back to the Butts-Mehre, talked to Ron for a while, and pretty much came back Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. Scheduled a day for surgery 2 days later, and went from there. So it's, like I said, felt sorry for myself for about 20, 30 minutes at the stadium, and then, like I said, it's on to the next thing, figure out what we need to do to get better, to heal up, and get stronger, and get going in the right direction.
Did you know that you had an ACL injury while you were continuing to play?
Yeah, pretty much. I felt and heard the pop, yeah. But I could walk and do certain movements on it, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to stick it out as long as I can.
Should you have come out in hindsight when the coaches told you to?
Luckily, there was no other ligament damage. It was just an isolated ACL, so that's great news. That's why I was able to have surgery pretty fast. But I don't know. I guess I should have probably just to be careful. But me, you're gonna have to drag me off the field before I come out of there. So
the final play, then, what? If you're able to play on the ACL, I guess for 13 plays, what happened on the final play? Was it just?
It's certain movements. I mean, people. One of our trainers downstairs, he is torn ACL, and he plays basketball all the time. He just knows certain movements he can't do. The ACL just doesn't allow you to do certain things. So, Coach Bobo on his head was like, I need to see you run. So, I mean, running up and down the sidelines, I was fine. It was more twisting and turning and certain throws that I couldn't make because you just can't pivot off it. And that last play, he spun me around, and it just really whipped and spun in the ground. And it really just, the pain was just unbearable at that point when he spun me around.
What's the prognosis now in terms of being able to work out for teams, those kind of things?
It's going extremely well right now. We've been really getting after in rehab pretty much all day long and already in the weight room lifting again. And, my goal is to be back by pro day. We're going to try to push it back to as late as possible. But just talking with Ron and them, they really believe I'll be, looking pretty good to go out there, do drops, rollouts, run a 40 if I want to, and things like that. And, that's my goal. I want to be ready for pro day. Obviously, Senior Bowl, and I don't know when the combine is, so I don't know exactly how much I'll be able to do physically. But to go out there, meet with the people, talk, get on the board, do that kind of stuff. But like I said, physical-wise, I'm hoping pro day to be out there doing pretty much everything.
What are the chances you could do that?
Very high. Yeah.
Will you have an individual pro day, or will it be with the
it's going to be everyone. Okay. Luckily, the draft got pushed back this year, so that's a good timing for me. So we can push back our pro day a little bit and move it back. Usually it's in May. I think we're trying to move it back in the mid-April time, or not. March. Usually March. We're going to try and move it back to April because the draft I think is the 8th, 9th, and 10th of May. So.
And what was it like for you to watch the Georgia Tech game, having done this for 4 years, and then to not be a part of it?
Stressful, especially being home, because even my freshman year, my redshirt year, I've traveled to every single game, so that's really the first time in 5 years I wasn't on the sideline, wasn't with the guys, and was at the hotel the night before, and it was tough not being there, just watching there, and really feeling, that you can't do anything to contribute to the guys and motivate the guys, and but like I said, it was awesome. It was an awesome game. It was really scary. I just really wanted to go drive over to Atlanta during halftime and ream someone out a little bit. But happy the guys pulled it out though.
How about Hudson Mason? Tell us what you thought about his performance and how he's doing right now.
I thought he played great. I watched the game. Then I actually went back Sunday and I came in here and watched our copy of it to really look at it a little bit, and him and I discussed it a little bit, and I thought he played extremely well. I thought the offense played well. Obviously, a little slow start, but I mean they really came on the second or that last drive in the first half, and the second half they played excellent. And the funny thing is, he's a little sore the next couple of days. You know, getting hit for the first time in a while. But other than that, you know, like I said, I was pleased. I know I talked to Coach Bogle. He was definitely pleased with how he played.
Aaron, what do you
Why
think?
and why now are you marketing yourself? You know, doing this marketing opportunity.
Why now?
Yeah, why and why now? I mean, what's your
Just-
thinking of this?
You know,
Event
I'm
you
not,
got
I'm not
tomorrow.
eligible to play in the bowl game just because, you know, I can't play. So now this is, you know, the next step. It's, you know, it's moving on to my next stage in life, and this is just the beginning process of it.
So you are gonna be with the team at the bowl game, how is that gonna work?
Yeah, I'm pretty much like an alum now, I guess. So I'll be, you know, I won't be there for the practices and stuff, but I will be there the day before the game, and I'll be there on the sideline for the game. You know, just like Stafford, and then we're there at the Georgia Tech game on the sideline, so I get to do that.
Are you participating in the practice process? Coach was talking about.
Yeah, I'm still here all of next week, so I'll be doing my rehab workouts. I'll be out there at practice, watching up, like in there, watch a little film, and still give my input on, you know, some stuff, what I think they should run, and things like that. So if it, you know, depends on how much Bobo wants to listen to me now that I'm not playing out now.
Did you really go into the film room the Sunday night or the Monday morning after
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
injury?
that Sunday night.
Why?
I was just bored. You know, it's weird. During season, it's my routine. You know, you wake up Sunday, go eat brunch with my parents. They take off, and I come here and watch film all day, and you know, do rehab and watch more film. And you know, I'm just sitting around my house. I'm just like, man, this sucks. I'm bored. I want to do something, and it's fun for me. I've always been a guy. I just enjoy watching film, and you know, hopefully, like I said, Coach Bobo might listen to me a little bit here and there if I, you know, have some suggestions.
And unfortunately, I mean, this has become a pretty common injury in this sport, but I mean, anybody reach out to you outside of the program that you were kind of like, wow, that kind of neatly.
Just tons of buddies, friends in the league, and you know, past Bulldogs. I mean, I couldn't name everyone. I mean, it's been an unbelievable support from fans, friends, people who've gone through the injury. Yeah, a lot of people. It's been awesome.
But there was not one that like stood out that you were like, man, I can't believe how did you even get my number? Like, how did you
I remember actually really surprised, the SEC commissioner gave me a call, and I talked to him for a while, and he was just really, he was awesome. You know, just thanking me for how I represent the SEC these past 4 years, and you know, I was just thanking him for just saying it's been an honor to be a part of this, you know, best conference in the country, pretty much, and that was definitely pretty cool to get a call from him. I'm not gonna lie.
When was that? Do you know?
I mean, it's been like a whirlwind of 3 weeks in surgery, so I don't remember exactly when. Probably a couple of days after surgery, though.
Have you talked to Matthew Stafford about what to expect in the draft coming?
No, you know, really haven't talked to him much. I'm really not, you know, focused too much on that. I mean, my goal right now is to get healthy. You know, that's the biggest thing, is to get healthy, to be able to go out there and you know, do as much as I can for pro day, show the teams that, you know, I'm on the right track right now to recovery, and go from there.
How many autographs do you think that you've given, you know, over the last 5 years? You know, I mean, this is a first opportunity to kind of do it
Yeah.
and reap any benefit from it other than goodwill.
Tens of thousands. Yeah. I mean, you go to just, you know, the fan there, you know, in the spring. No, is it the spring? No, we're right before the season. You know, we have that thing that's, I mean, that's hundreds right there, and then we have other signing days. I mean, it's, 10,000 plus to 20,000. It's up there.
What do you think your draft process would have been like if you weren't injured, and now how has it changed? Are you
You know, I probably would have gone somewhere. You know, you go to those pre-draft places where you go and train and do that stuff. But you know, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm gonna stay here. I have a lot of trust in Ron Corson and his staff. They've done a great job with. I mean, you know, they're pros right now at the whole ACL process with, you know, the amount of guys we've had. Even last year with Michael Bennett, Marlon Brown, and the success they've had. So it's you know, like I said, I trust those guys. I know they do a great job with repairing that, with repairing the ACL. So I'm gonna stay here, rehab, work out with them, and you know, go from there.
Have you heard from